down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, welcome to another exciting edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Breezy.
and we're here today to talk about another fan request. This one comes from our old friend of the show, Ryan, and he is requesting Faceless After Dark. And
Yeah.
I had no idea what this movie was about. Did you?
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a Faceless After Dark. And Jenna from Terrifier 1 and 2, and she played as Tyra.
Yep.
She actually directed the movie.
Yeah. Jenna Kendall, she's the main actress, and she was in Terrifier 1 and 2, as Breezy just said. Wrote the movie and directed. And I think she put a lot of her life story in it because the
Yep.
character is a horror movie actress that was in a movie about a killer clown. It's like, let's see. She was an actress that was in a movie about a killer clown.
Yep.
So it's kind of like it seems like it's based on her own life. Um, but this clown isn't like Art the Clown, though. He's more like a fucking crazy clown.
Yeah, it's more like she kind of like puts up on the makeup. She's like acting so crazy and like something is like really wrong.
Yeah.
Like really wrong in her head. And then it's like it seems like when she drinks like the alcohol, that's when the crazy comes out, and then she tends to, you know, be like a clownish type
Yeah. Yeah.
person,
So it kind of sets up like she's at a horror convention.
which is
Big
slasher con.
slasher con. Did you notice who
Yep.
she was sitting next to?
Yeah, she actually sat next to that was the same girl. I forgot that actor's name, but she was in
From
Terrifier
Terrifier.
2 because she
Yep.
dressed up as Scarecrow.
Yep. So that was kind of
I
cool. That was a
yeah,
nice touch. And they make jokes about like they should be doing porn instead or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, I can't do that. My voice sounds like Tom Waits." And then they're like going back and forth. But then she's not happy. She's not getting very much money at the con, and she's on the phone with her agent, and people are getting parts, and she's not getting parts. And uh, she's just kind of unhappy, and seems like she just kind of hates her life. And then she
yep,
starts drinking, and then some Yahoo dressed up as a clown breaks into her house, and it kind of goes sideways for the guy.
yeah.
What do you remember happening?
Well, see, like the whole movie, I mean, I kind of really don't really have a vibe to it. It's
Right?
like it's very slow at beginning and then
Mm-hmm.
very vague at some points. So
Mm-hmm.
like I do like maybe one killing scene, and my favorite part of the movie is when she's walking in and you got all these dead kind of like a frozen meat market freezer type deal.
Yeah.
I do like that one.
Yep, that's at the very beginning. They're like filming a horror movie, and she does the line, "The circus just left town, bitch," as she kills the clown.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Do we really have to do that line?" And they're like, just do it. We won't even probably use it." And then that's like the big catchphrase that everyone remembers from the movie. Like she's doing cameos on her phone to people like, "Circus just left town, bitch. All right, thanks."
Yo,
Like
yo.
and
I
she's
do
like,
like
"Fuck
that
my
scene.
life." Yeah.
Yo, I do
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, so um she wants to do something more artistic, and I think this movie tries to be more artistic, like when like she hits someone in the face and then it goes all red and there's like all this crazy music and then it's all these
Yep.
weird visuals and it's like trippy and hallucinogenic, and it's like it's cool and it's creative, and but it's
There's a
also kind of
lot,
boring and slow.
yeah, there's a lot a not fashion. There's a lot of flashing um throbbing lights. So if
Oh
people
yeah,
are
like
like
strobe
if
lights.
yeah, if people are sensitive to that, do not watch it because it's
Yeah,
it has a lot of it.
and it even has a like when I watched it, it had a warning at the beginning, like, "Hey,
Yep.
people with sensitivity to this probably shouldn't watch this movie." So,
Yep.
but yeah, it is a lot. It's like, "Hey, there's a strobe light flashing in my face. This is fantastic." Makes it real creepy.
I kind of like it though.
Yeah.
I like that.
hmm There are some cool parts to it. And then like, what are some of the ways she kills the people?
My one is where the guy is like wanted to like wanted to like meet up with her, like kind of like date, but not date.
Yeah.
And he shows up the door and she just puts up the wig on.
Yeah.
And so they're sitting at the dinner table and she made the dinner and had a cup of wine, glasses of wine,
Yep.
but she put some date rape drug in his glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
And so while they were talking and he was drinking this and she was asking like, well, you have a wife and all this stuff, so why me and whatever.
Yep.
And then fast forward a little bit, then she's like, well, do you want to fuck or
Yeah.
whatever? So they go in the bedroom and he's like handcuffed to the bed
Yeah.
and just underwear, his boxers, and
Mm-hmm.
he's obviously clown makeup on. And she's like, well, something with with his interns or whatever. And she's
Yeah, like he had sent dick pics to all his interns or something.
yeah, and then she's like, oh, oh man, I'm sorry. That's kind of sad. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. But it doesn't really show like what she actually done until like the end of the movie where the cop showed up and
Yeah.
his dick is in the mouth.
Yeah, they
And
should
that
they
and the police were thrown up.
Sorry.
It's like,
Didn't mean to step on your toes there. Yeah, they show her with like a big old garden shears and they just go "Zzzz," and then it cuts away and then that's like probably at the midpoint of the movie and then at the very end of the movie, like you said, they show him with his severed dick in his mouth.
yeah, it's just like nasty. And like the fucking police like was like puking.
Barfing. Yeah.
That was like pretty much it cuts off and then it goes back to where her um her lesbian friend or bisexual friend or whatever. They didn't really
That was like her
they,
significant other. They were dating and then she was getting parts and getting movies and she felt dejected and left out.
okay.
Yeah. We kind of should mention that what basically the plot of the movie is this guy breaks into her house and she murders him more or less in self-defense. She had him beat. She could have let him live, but she kills him anyway. And then she gets a taste for it. And then she decides to start luring dudes over basically through her DMs that guys that she finds that are creepers. And then she lures them over and then kills them. And then she's making a movie out of it. And then the last one is a woman that was all like stuck up or whatever.
Yeah, she was actually like in a pool, like her feet wasn't like in the kiddie pool.
Yeah.
And she had like type of a blanket and she just put gasoline right over it and a lit a match and is right there.
Yup.
I think that's kind of a dumb killing scene right there.
Yeah, you didn't care for that one.
I didn't really care for that one all.
I think it was supposed to be, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I think it was supposed to be sort of like symbolic, like burning a witch kind of thing, like burning them at the
Yeah.
stake. But yeah. Yeah. And so because her friend told her to make a movie based on what she knows. And so she starts killing people and making a movie out of it. And then
Yeah.
you were saying after that, the ending, it cuts to basically she's playing the movie she made, projecting it on the outside of the building while the cops show up,
Yep.
barf all over the place.
Yep. And then when she was talking about like her significant other, like because Jenna wasn't she was gone because she was in the mental hospital at that point because she was like
Hmm.
doing like this and like looking
Hmm.
out. No, she was just sitting there and just
She had
like
a kind
looking
of a
out.
crazy look on her face.
Yep.
Just kind
But
of
her significant other was actually like talking to the producers and like on the side poster is like a movie based on a true story.
yeah. So she's gonna play the part of her in the movie based on the incident that really happened, which seems kind of heartless if that was real life. Like,
Yeah.
like if you murdered a bunch of people, then I had to put on a wig and try to play you in a movie, that would just not be cool.
Yeah. So
Or
what
your
do you think?
BFF.
So what do you think about the killing scene when I don't know how she got or no he got involved, but where he's sitting in the chair and she take the again those big huge scissors, the
Uh-huh.
pliers or whatever, and
Yeah.
do the hands, the finger, the
Oh, I
thumbs.
forgot about that. I blocked that out of my memory.
What?
No, that's right. And she so this was the first, so after the guy that broke into her house, the next guy was a guy that was basically calling her every day, twice a day from like a unknown number. And so she finally just answered and said, "It's your lucky day. Come on over." And so he shows up in a clown mask, but once he's there in person, he's all wienery and dippy and like, I don't know what to do. But he was apparently sending texts to like underage girls, and so she goes to cut his thumbs off. But she
Oh,
didn't just
that's why. Okay.
she
Yep.
didn't just cut his thumbs off. She cut like half his like quarter of his hand off, like this whole chunk
Oh
of
yeah.
hand.
Yep.
And then it shows it flop on the floor, like it's
And
like
not just one thumb, it's two thumbs.
yeah. Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, I love that one. I'm like, how can you forget about that one?
It's traumatizing.
It's traumatized.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
jeez.
dick in the mouth I remember, but the thumbs bothered me.
The dick and the other one you remember, but not the thumbs.
Yep.
What the hell, Matt? So about the music, I really like the music.
Yeah, the music is really cool in this. There's like we said before, there's a couple different sort of strobe light scenes, and
Mhm.
they do a really good job of sort of showing her go crazy, like when she first kills the guy and then she's like looking at her phone and there's like all these like text messages and like things flying super fast and it's all noisy and
That
crazy.
kind of that right there, it's like, oh my, I have to look away because it's too much at once. It's like,
Yep.
no, no, no. I'm like, whoa, I'm trying to read and I can't keep up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it makes you feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Um, so how many buckets of blood will you give the Faceless After Dark?
Ryan's probably gonna kill me, but probably a five.
Okay. That sounds fair, middle of the road, kind of it's got
Yeah.
some cool stuff. I was gonna say a six, so I'm kind of right there with you. I think it has
Okay.
some unique stuff. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it right out loud, it reminds me of Lowlife's in that it sort of has a unique twist on who the killer is, but it's so freaking slow in between actual killings and setting it up and establishing everything that it's like, come on, and then it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
because
okay,
it's like fast pace, a little bit of fast pace, and it gets so slow and so vague,
yeah,
and then it picks up again. It's like, and then it's like, well, how it picks up, it's like it really picks up. Like you
right.
got the music, you got the light effects, and then
I'll,
you got the killing scenes.
yep, it almost gives you whiplash because it's like slow, slow, slow. Oh my god!
Yep, yep,
It's like, ugh.
exactly.
It's like, what just happened? Where am I? I
Well,
woke up.
not to that extent, because you still okay, it still gives you like not type of sitting there, oh my God, I'm bored, I'm like to shut this off, but it keeps you like thinking like,
Mhm.
oh, what's going to happen next.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Did
So
you? So, like, I kind of got the impression that she doesn't like going to horror cons.
yeah, I'm yeah, probably.
Yeah, but maybe most people don't, but who knows?
But hey, it kind of reminds me, like you said, it kind of reminds Crypticon in a way. So,
Yeah, exactly.
but
And
it's Slasher Con.
right, exactly. So don't be a dick to your favorite celebrities, and
That
celebrities don't be a dick to your fans, and just
that
everyone don't be dicks, or you'll end up with
right.
a dick in your mouth, and no
Oh
one
my
wants
God.
that. That's the moral
Well,
of the
Matt,
story. That's my takeaway.
don't be a dick, or you're gonna have a dick in your mouth. Okay.
Exactly. That's our new slogan. Talk bloody to me.
Oh
Don't be
my
a dick.
God. But yes, if you want to check it out, go check it out. If you like Terrifier and you like Jenna or Tara, as what she played, then you probably like this movie.
I will say she is really just interesting to watch. She's a
Yeah.
good actress and she has really like intense facial expressions and does a good job of looking nuts and looking serious and looking
Mm,
scared and everything in between. So she is fun to watch. So
she is definitely. I just
yeah,
like her in Terrifier.
yeah, definitely.
And me personally, I like her with the long hair or like kind of like short one in Terrifier 1 when she played
Hmm.
Tara
Yeah.
instead of like short hair because she's like completely like different. I didn't really recognize her at a minute.
Yeah, it's like a super pixie cut almost, like super short.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up for another episode. Do you have any final thoughts? Any
Nope.
last words?
Nope, that's it. But thank you, Ryan, for sending
Thank-
this review.
Thank you for the request. Sorry we weren't super happy, but at least we didn't shit all over it like we did Low Lifes. And
Oh,
please remember
yep.
to send your fan requests. And hey, as of this episode, we are now on a whole slew of new podcasting sites that we weren't on before, like iHeartRadio and Podbean and Samsung Podcast and like Podboom and like a bunch of others that I'm forgetting the name of. So that's kind of
There's
exciting.
a lot.
Yeah.
We're on a lot. So if you if you have your favorite, if you listen to your favorite podcasters on some type of app or whatever, let us know, and then we more likely either A, have it, or we don't. But if we don't, we will try our hardest to get on that site.
Yeah, let us know where we're not at yet, and we'll try to get there. And in the
Yep.
meantime, please follow, like, subscribe, give us a 5-star review, spread the word, drive around the neighborhood, shouting out the window at people to listen to Talk Bloody to Me. Do whatever you can.
They're like, what's that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a horror
hey,
podcast.
let's talk bloody to me. Let's talk bloody to me. Like, what was that?
I can see somebody doing that.
I could see me doing that on the right day. I might go do that right as soon as we're done recording.
Oh, really?
All right. See you
Alrighty.
next time, everyone.
Yep.